On the night of May 1, 2011, under the cover of darkness, two modified Black Hawk helicopters lifted off from Jalalabad, Afghanistan. On board were 23 members of the elite U.S. Navy SEAL Team 6, known as DevGru, a military dog named Cairo, a team of CIA operatives and specialized pilots from the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, the Night Stalkers. Their target, a mysterious compound deep inside Pakistan in the city of Abbottabad, where the CIA believed Osama bin Laden, the most wanted man in the world, was hiding. It had taken years to get to this point. Since bin Laden disappeared after the 9/11 attacks, the U.S. intelligence community had spent nearly a decade chasing down dead ends, sifting through intercepted communications, interrogating captured al-Qaeda operatives, and watching for any sign of the al-Qaeda leader. A major breakthrough came when they identified a trusted courier named Abu Ahmed al-Kuwaiti, someone bin Laden relied on to send and receive messages. Tracking al-Kuwaiti led them to a peculiar three-story compound in Abbottabad, about a mile from Pakistan's prestigious military academy. The compound was suspicious. It had 18-foot walls, barbed wire, and no phone or internet lines. The residents never took out trash, they burned it, windows were covered, and a tall man, referred to as the Pacer, was seen walking in the courtyard daily, but never leaving the house. Analysts believed the compound had been purpose-built to hide someone extremely important. Though there was no photographic proof or direct surveillance identifying bin Laden inside, CIA analysts estimated with growing confidence between 60 to 80% that he was there. President Barack Obama was briefed multiple times. Some of his advisors urged him to launch an airstrike and destroy the compound. Others pushed for a ground raid, which would risk American lives, but offer proof. After weeks of planning, rehearsals on a life-size replica of the compound, and secret diplomatic gymnastics, the president gave the green light for a surgical ground assault. The helicopters flew low, skimming just above the trees and fields to avoid radar detection. As they arrived over the compound just after midnight on May 2nd, one of the helicopters encountered unexpected turbulence due to the walled enclosure and crash-landed inside the courtyard. The SEALs quickly disembarked, unharmed, and began the assault. The second helicopter landed safely outside the compound perimeter. The SEALs breached the outer walls with explosives and split into teams, methodically clearing each level of the building. The first firefight happened on the ground floor with the couriers. A woman used as a human shield was also caught in the crossfire. Bin Laden's son, Khalid, was also killed when he attempted to confront the SEALs. Reaching the third floor, the team found Osama bin Laden in a bedroom. He was unarmed but reportedly made a move toward a nearby weapon. In the tense seconds that followed, he was shot twice, once in the chest and once above his left eye. The world's most elusive terrorist was dead. The SEALs secured bin Laden's body, photographed it for later identification, and began collecting intelligence. They confiscated hard drives, USBs, handwritten notes, and multiple cell phones. Before departing, they placed explosives in the crashed Black Hawk and detonated it, destroying any sensitive equipment. The team and their cargo flew out aboard the remaining Chinook helicopters. The body was flown back to the U.S. base in Afghanistan, where facial recognition technology and DNA analysis were used to confirm the identity. Senior intelligence officials later verified the DNA with samples taken from bin Laden's sister who had died earlier. Following Islamic custom, the body was washed, wrapped in a white sheet, and buried at sea from the USS Carl Vinson within 24 hours to prevent any burial site from becoming a shrine. At 11:35 p.m. EST on May 1st, President Obama appeared on television and told the world what had happened. "Justice has been done," he said. Across the United States, crowds gathered outside the White House, in Times Square and at Ground Zero. People waved flags, sang the national anthem, and chanted, "USA, USA." It had been nearly a decade since 9/11, and for many Americans the announcement brought a moment of closure. But behind the scenes, the operation ignited controversy. The mission had been carried out without informing Pakistan, a sovereign nation and nominal U.S. ally. The fact that bin Laden had been living in a city full of military institutions raised serious questions. Had elements of the Pakistani government known he was there? How long had they known? The U.S. never got clear answers. Operation Neptune Spear wasn't just a military success. It was a defining moment in the history of modern intelligence and counterterrorism. It demonstrated the patience and precision of American intelligence work and the reach of its elite military forces. But it also highlighted the complexity of international trust, the cost of secrecy, and the shadowy nature of modern warfare, where justice is often served in silence, far from public view, and only revealed after the mission is done.